Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Lakeville and it's under the command of hossballs. Now, the last time we saw him, he was on steps and unfortunately he lost out to an enemy Jackson who managed to wipe out the rest of his team and yeah, I'm afraid he lost the game, but he did get an ace tanker and he did get a high caliber out of it. In this one, he's on Lakeville and, well, he started off, I think he's sitting at the cap area and he's actually aiming on the lake road towards any enemy targets that come down it. Well, he spotted a BT7 who's pulled back just slightly. Oh, and he blew up. The Cruiser 4 got him. And we can't hit that BT7 at the moment because he's sitting behind that rock and the rock face itself is actually getting in the way. And the Cruiser 4 goes down. But we've got a Hetzer a little further back, a Jagdpanther 38T, and he's stopping that BT7 from going any further. Now, you can see here that hossballs actually can hit the T28 from the spawn point. Yep, and he's got a direct hit on that target as well. Got a DSP-Z who's actually going up to the ridgeline. He fires another blind shot in. That one explodes on the ground and you can see red line there, so he can't fire at that DSP-Z without moving. But it's quite an interesting position because it does mean you can hit the enemy directly from the spawn point. You don't even need to go to a new firing position, just fire from where you are. It's a 4.5 inch howitzer and that comes out at 114.3 millimeters, 450 alpha, penetrating 28 millimeters of armor. Remember, this is tier 5 and there are tier 4 tanks in it, so some of them do have that little amount of armor. And it will do a burst radius of 2.2 meters and it's got a reload time of just over 11 seconds, just over 10 seconds. He's got another hit on that DSP-Z now. 194 from the first one, 187 from the second. He's now moving position because he's going to have to if he wants to get good shots on all of them there. And hossballs has got this unusual way of actually viewing what he's doing on the battle. He will actually stay in third-person view and move the vehicle whilst he's looking at it in aim view. So of course it means minimum amount of time to actually then flick over to start shooting at the enemy. VK3001H came close to the centre line. That's now a medium tank. It used to be a heavy, now a medium. Going for the BDR. Gets a nice hit on that French heavy. The thing about the Bishop is that it's not only very, very accurate, but it's the rate of fire really that cripples the enemy, because if you track an enemy tank, you can keep them tracked indefinitely until they die. It's the death of 1,000 cuts. That's what Jingles described it as. And he's perfectly correct because it is the death of 1,000 cuts. Once you've been tracked by one of these, you're very likely to go under. Rounds out on the Matilda, 144. Even with the heavy armor on the Matilda, you are still going to die. And that BDR is now one shot. Get ready. Rounds out. He's gone. Matilda's next. He's also a one shot. He's about to get his second kill if he gets this one on target. Lines it up. Rounds out. Dead tank.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And the next one's going to be the VK, but he's still got a lot of hit points, which means you won't be able to kill him with one shot, but you might be able to kill this T28 with one. Rounds out. And he got him.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So he's now got 3 kills. Consecutive shots as well, which means that there's going to be a Reaper involved, I think, and that's this one, or should be. Certainly deserves it. Of course, I believe the criteria for a Reaper badge is that you kill enemy tanks consecutively with one shot each. I think that does mean that so long as you actually just have one shot, kill, next shot, kill, and next shot kill, and that counts as a Reaper. But if somebody wants to contradict that, please let me know. He's got another direct hit there on the VK. In fact, you can see some of the enemy tanks are holding back at the other side of the valley, and I think they're just within range, but he's going to continue to fire at this 3001H for the meanwhile. Of course, this is the 3001H is the precursor to the Tiger. First they had the 3001H, then, which is a 30-ton tank. Then they had the 3601H, another Henschel design. And then, of course, they got to the Tiger. Of course, the Tiger P, the Porsche Tiger, was moved to becoming a heavy tank. It used to be a medium, and that one was moved from being a heavy tank to a medium tank. Okay, well, the VK's now out of the game, and that's 4 kills. Yeah, that DSPZ at the other end, he's just outside range, and, well, hossballs is not going to let that stop him. He's actually moving up the valley, getting closer. Now, the Bishop is an unusual Arty. It was actually kind of made as a stopgap until the British got something better to use. It's a Valentine hull, and it's actually quite versatile, the Valentine hull. It was obviously used for the Valentine anti-tank TD as well. Basically, it was supposed to carry the 17-pounder, but in the game it doesn't have anywhere near as powerful a weapon. That DSPZ is definitely a one-shot, so I think he's going to focus on that one just a little bit, because I think he'd like his next kill. Rounds out, he pulls back just in time, but he does take the hit, and he's out the game as well. That's 5 kills, one short of getting a Top Gun. Still plenty of enemies in the game at the other end of the valley, 3 of them. Can he get all 3? It would be lovely if he could, because that would mean he'd end up with the Radleys. He fires in the looks, long range, and kills him with 1 shot. And that gets him potentially the high caliber as well. He's now going for the looks. He fires in where the looks was last seen, doesn't get it. A P2640 on our team has popped up behind the looks. And that might make the looks try to defend himself by turning around, but no, he's still looking up the valley. Just pulls back a little. He fires the round in. No, didn't get that one right. But now he's going for the Marder 38T. And he's having to adjust. There we go. Rounds out in the Marder. Can he get the kill? Yes! And that's 7 kills. And the P2640 was taken out by the enemy looks. Now, will he return to try and defend his cap area? No, it looks to me like he's going up the lake road. And hossballs saw that, and he realised what was going on, and thought to himself, yeah, that guy's trying to come round and take out Arty from behind. And, well, hossballs is quite an experienced player, so he's not going to let that happen. And he's now picking his spot for where he's going to defend himself against that looks when he turns up. Remember, the Bishop 4.5-inch gun is very, very lethal. And at close range, it can really be devastating, because I've actually taken out heavy tanks with 2 shots from a 4.5-inch at close range. It really does hurt them, especially if it penetrates. Because remember, it's 450 alpha. So you can take out a heavy tank with 2 shots. And I've done it. Okay, he's on this corner. He's waiting for that looks to come here. The looks knows where he is. He's been seen. Aiming. Yes! Radley's wins the game. Are we still in this unusual aim? Oh, what a game that was. Yeah, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Ace tanker for hossballs in the Bishop. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he got 24. He got a Radley Walters. He killed 8 enemy tanks, more than half the enemy team. It's an epic medal, and you don't often see Artys getting them, but it is very useful when they do, because it does prove a point. Arty is responsible and instrumental in sometimes bringing about victory. He also got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and also a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and his win rate from the battle was 9,404, which is Super Unicum standard and quite a bit more. But of course, it's because hossballs loves the Bishop. He knows how to use it. He knows how to use it very well indeed. Tactically, sometimes he lets himself get caught in a situation where he shouldn't be, but in this case, he did it perfectly, and he could see what the Lux was up to. He knew, and he picked his spot to defend himself and took out the enemy very, very well indeed. So congratulations on your Radleys. Let's have a look at the rest of the team score. 2,275 hit points of damage from that game. The next highest score was the BDRG1B on the enemy team, 1,238, and also the SU76GFT, who got the same amount of hit points, funnily enough. And when it came to kills, it's hossballs again with 8 kills. The next highest scorer had less than half of that. The BDR only managed 3 kills, 2 kills to the T28 on the enemy team, the Panzer Mark IV-H and the M4A1. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one as well. 916 to hossballs, 485 goes to the T28 on his own team, and 465 goes to the T6 medium, who also picked up a Spartan in that game. He fired 28 rounds in that game, got 19 direct hits and 1 penetration, 26 splash. Damage of 2,275 hit points, of which 2,164 broke more than 300 meters. The close shot was actually on the Lux, and you saw how close that one was. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 8 of the enemy, and on a free-to-play account he earned 24,085 credits, and after ammunition resupply took away 17,085 credits. He got 916 base XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. But what a fantastic game. Started off firing from the spawn point of all places. The spawn point, not even moving really, just turning to face a different direction each time he fires. And yes, he was able to attack the Lake Road as well as the Valley. And yeah, that was a very, very good game indeed. So well done, hossballs. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And share other people that our channel exists, because I think there is a problem. Although I'm using all the right meta tabs, the same meta tabs actually that people like Quickie Baby and Jingles uses, but not a lot of people know about our existence, and as a consequence they find out about us from other sources, and suddenly they realise, oh, there's a channel out there. Not only can I see tank games, I can also see Arty games to find out how it's played. So do let other people know that we exist, and maybe they'll have a replay that they want to share with us as well. Thanks for watching.